the $100 MBA Show, and today is a Q&A Weekends episode where we answer your question right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask, just email us at contact@100mba.net or send me a tweet on Twitter. My handle is BizRepublic, B-I-Z-Republic. As always, I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. Check out our free goodies over at 100mba.net. Today's question comes from Terry, and Terry asks a pretty straight-up question. He asks, I've noticed you publish an episode every day, even on holidays. How do you have a life? Good question, Terry. There is a method to our madness, and I'll explain in today's Q&A Weekends. I'll also show you my strategy so you, yes you, who's listening right now, how you can continue to produce quality content consistently and still have time for family and friends, vacations, travel, whatever it is. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is brought to you by Heroic Public Speaking. On February 15, 16, and 17, be a part of the public speaking event of the year. Be trained by Michael Port and Amy Mead and many experts at this live training event in Fort Lauderdale. To get your massively discounted ticket, go to 100mba.net/speaking. Again, that's 100mba.net/speaking. So Terry asks, you publish an episode every day, even on holidays. How do you have a life? So yes, we do publish every single day of the year. 365 days a year, no matter what, even on leap year. This year's leap year, we're going to be publishing on February 29. We publish on Christmas, we publish on Hanukkah, we publish on New Year's Day, President's Day, Eid, all the holidays, you do it all. And the whole point is we want to make sure that we are there for you every single day, every step of the way as you're building your business. Now, how do we do this? How do we publish an episode every single day and still have the flexibility, still be able to do what we want to do and travel and have a good life? Number one, you're not captive to your work. You're not bound by your work. You can control the way you work and you can manage it in a way that allows you to live the way you want to live and deliver what you want to deliver. So yes, we do publish a lot, but we don't publish every single day. Or I don't produce today's episode today. I don't produce one episode a day or record one episode a day. We do what's called batching. Well, I'll record several episodes at a time. 4 episodes at a time, 5 episodes at a time, some days 3 episodes at a time. Now, the point of batching is that you're a lot more efficient when you batch. That means that you're in that mode. You have everything set up. You're recording. You have everything scripted and ready to go. And when you're in that zone where you're recording, you might as well record more than one. That's what I do. And you could do this for anything else, whether it's a YouTube channel or blogging or any piece of content. It's kind of like the assembly line. Once you're in that groove and you're doing things over and over, it's a lot easier to do them in a row or consistently. There's a setup cost. And when I mean setup cost, I mean by time, getting into that state of mind, getting in that groove. There's a breakdown cost when you're done, putting things away, wrapping things up, getting your mind back into a different mode where you're going to do different work. So I like to batch anything, actually, not just my recording, but my writing, or even dealing with customer service questions. I like to batch it and do all those things at once. Now, when you batch, it allows you to also have free time. But just for the sake of today's episode or today's lesson, let's say I'm recording 4 episodes for 4 days this week. That's 16 episodes in 1 week. Now you might be saying, oh, then you're 16 episodes ahead. No, because you got to count for the days of the week that go by. So you got to take 16 and subtract it by 7, and that puts us up 9 episodes. So I'm ahead by 9 episodes in this example. And if I wanted to, I can take a whole week off. But of course I don't, because I do want to stay ahead and I want to build upon that lead. So for example, Nicole and I are going to be going away for our honeymoon soon, and we're going to be taking 15 days off. So I've been batching and building episodes and making sure that I'm building upon the lead. Now, given the fact that we have a daily show, we'd like to have a lead as it is, at least 3 weeks, even a month sometimes, regardless if I'm going to go on break or not. This just allows you to have some flexibility. What if you fall ill? I mean, God forbid, but this happens sometimes. You don't feel well. You might have some other things you need to focus on in your business. You may have a product launch that you need to just spend so much time. I remember when Webinar Ninja launched, I had to do a lot of batching to make sure I could focus on that launch in the coming weeks. I'm going to have to do the same because we're going to be doing a relaunch of Webinar Ninja with a huge update. So we do manage to have a life, and we enjoy ourselves, and we take days off, and we get to travel, and we get to have a good time, and we do other things as well, travel for work and go and speak at events or attend events, which is a lot of fun too, and it's a different type of work. But it requires us to be away from the mic or away from our production schedule, so that's why batching is so important. The other thing I want to mention is I actually really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy my work. I love my business. I love working on my business. And I know Nicole feels the same way. You know, there are days where I feel kind of tired or I feel like I need a break, but it doesn't mean that when I do the work, I don't enjoy it. I love answering these questions. I love delivering these lessons. I get to give back to my community, the community that I'm part of. I see it as a privilege and not as a thing to do or work. Now, there are things I have to do in my duties as an entrepreneur, as the CEO of the company, that are not fun, but you just get down to it and you do it because you know that you got to take the sweet with the sour and realize overall you're pretty blessed and you're fortunate enough to be in that position where you get to do what you like and contribute in the way you like. Guys, I got more on today's topic, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Heroic Public Speaking. Guys, you know that I say that communication is the mother of all skill. If you can communicate your ideas, your thoughts, why your products and services are the best, and communicate why your customers should buy your products and services, then you're going to have a whole lot easier time being in business and growing your business. And whether you see it or not, that is public speaking. That is communication. And public speaking comes in different forms. On a webinar, on a video, on a podcast that you're being interviewed by somebody, in a discussion or in a negotiation with a client, or even on stage. This is one of the best investments you can ever make, and that's why I really highly recommend you head on over to Heroic Public Speaking in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on 15, 16, and 17th of February. To get your massively discounted ticket, head on over to 100mba.net/speaking. And when you check out with that link, make sure you forward your receipt to contact@100mba.net so we can hook you up with a special masterclass on-camera presence, 4 webinars with Michael and Amy, the founders of Heroic Public Speaking. Again, that's 100mba.net/speaking, and we'll see you there. Guys, to wrap up today's question from Terry, how do we publish every single day on the $100 MBA show and still have a life? It's all about organizing your time, managing your time properly. Batching is a great technique. It saves you energy, it saves you time. It also allows you to get ahead and feel like you have control over the production of your content and not that you're chasing and cringing every day you have to publish. I remember I used to do that with my blogging. I used to cringe, oh, today's Monday, I got to write a blog post, I got to publish it. Felt so much better when I just wrote them in advance and I batched, and knowing I always had that buffer. Just not having that pressure, that alone helped me focus on writing better content. Guys, thank you so much for sending in questions over at the $100 MBA. We love answering them. Make sure you keep on sending those at contact@100mba.net or send me on Twitter. BizRepublic is my handle, BIZRepublic. Tomorrow we got a very interesting question, and I get a little help from my friend David Lizzerbram. It's actually a legal question. Can I use the word New York or a city in my product name? Great question. I call upon my favorite lawyer, David Lizzerbram, to help me answer that question tomorrow. So check that out and make sure you subscribe so you get all our episodes automatically. All right, guys, before I go, I want to leave you with this. There's another reason why we publish an episode every single day. We don't miss a beat. We try our best to stay ahead, and hopefully we're blessed enough to be able to keep on doing it. And that reason is you got to give to receive. You got to keep giving great value to people if you want to be relevant, if you want to be recognized as an authority, if you want people to pay attention to you. I don't expect anybody to be interested in the $100 MBA or Webinar Ninja or anything else we produce if we don't do anything for people. And this podcast helps us give back. It helps us help you become what you want to become, help you win in business, because it's our way of building trust. You can't expect something for nothing. I don't expect anybody to trust us as an authority, as somebody who sees their best interest in mind if I don't give first. So keep that in mind when you're producing your content. It's an investment. You're building your legacy. You're building your brand. I mean, today's episode 490. We're nearly 500 episodes. It's amazing what you can get done if you're committed to consistency. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then, guys. Take care.